What's up, y'all? It's Coach Jordan. I'm trying to make sure that everyone knows where they can find me. Y'all come on in. Let's see. And let me see, you guys. I'm trying to. Okay, y'all come on in. I think it's gonna send the link. I think it does. I don't know, you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life right now. It's okay, right? Because if anybody knows exactly what they're doing with their life right now, half the time I have no idea what's going on. But y'all, we are going to create a centerpiece. We're actually going to want, if you guys were in the How to Make Wreaths group yesterday, I talked about buying pre-mades, right? So pre-mades are, the name's right in there, pre-made items that you can, that a lot of people like to use in their decor. I found this at the not at Home Goods, but I've seen stuff like this at Hobby Lobby, other places. So it is a like centerpiece. It's got the candles, the candle holder on it. It is made with that angel vine stuff. So they've just, y'all, I mean, they've literally zip tied it to this. So we're just gonna add some stuff to it to really make it nice and pretty for Christmas. Okay, so just any candle holder, centerpiece, whatever you want to do will work. First things first, remember, y'all, you want to make sure that when you're working with something like this, that you keep in mind that you are, if the customer buys this, they are going to have probably an open flame on it. And you want to make sure that they know that, you know, not to let those candles touch the ribbon, because it's going to just, you know, just set it on fire. But you want to just make sure that, I always like to recommend battery operated candles, and you can find them at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, just a lot throughout the holiday season. So that's where I like to get mine. I also love to get mine after Christmas or after Thanksgiving, because they're usually on sale, like 60, 70, 80% off. So y'all know I love me a good sale. Okay, so the way I love to kind of make stuff look really pretty is I bring in ribbons. So we're going to add some bows, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a little bit on the ends. I'm not 100% sure, but we are keeping the pine cones, because I'm not going to take all of those off, you guys. Actually, if I'm going to take a pine cone off, it's going to be this one, and I want to put it right here, because this pine cone's a little janky looking. She's not the prettiest, y'all. She's definitely not the prettiest. She definitely got smashed in shipping from the factory, so we're gonna do that real quick. So just going ahead and putting some hot glue on that, and we're gonna glue it right in the same area as that other one that we had. Okay, so I want some ribbon here. I'm probably gonna cut that one out too. We're still keeping the pine cones, y'all, but I'm just cutting this one out, because yeah, I might stick that in there. Okay, a lot of people love pine cones, you guys. I'm not the biggest fan of the pine cones, but it's okay. So bringing in some ribbon, I love to use either Normally when I do stuff like this, you guys, I usually have like a wreath that's gone with it or a swag. So it's usually like this one is traditional colors. Of course, we're going to do the red, green, and gold because that's what a lot of people love. They love the red, green, and gold. So I stuck with that, and I'm sticking with some 0.75 inch ribbon, some 7/8 inch ribbon, and this really pretty traditional plaid. Okay. Sarah, we didn't have ball clusters in the tutorial. There was no ball clusters in the tree tutorial, Sarah. Okay, so this one is a 0.75. This is a velvet, gold velvet. You guys, really pretty. Now you have a few options when it comes to this. You can start here, you can weave it through, but we're gonna make some bows. Okay, so we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's gonna really fill it up nicely. Okay, we're gonna add a lot of ribbon to this, you guys. So I'm making my little bows right here. So that's going to go in there, in there, in there, in there. And I'm choosing to use some of the smaller ribbons, you guys. The 0.75, the 7/8. They are smaller. The largest is going to be the 2.5 inch ribbon. Which I love that plaid pattern. But you see how it's already going to start to fill up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, you guys. So I am using a wire, you guys, because I want to be able to glue this wire into there. So I am using a florist wire. I don't know what the gauge is, but I need something that I can twist and kind of create that pick, right? So I can glue that into it. Okay, so look, we've got one bow already. And I like to keep some of these tails a little bit long because we can curl those up into the design. So I need to make 3 more of these. Now, of course, you can always just stick with adding the ribbon if you want to, but I did pull some sprays and some picks and sprays for this. And I'm realizing I don't know if I'm going to have enough ribbon, you guys. So 2 might have this gold, and then see what I can do with the other piece. Yeah, well, so this can go here, and so can this one go here, and then I'll just use the little strips that I have left and I'll put them down here. And there's a lot of really good pre-mades on the market, you guys. Like, I know at Deco we saw some of the pre-made wreaths, right? So you can take some of those pre-made wreaths and just add a bow to it, call it a day. You don't have to really worry about it. Just fluff them out, put a bow, boom, done. I've done stuff like this to stuff from Hobby Lobby and Michael's, the at-home store, buying pre-made stuff and then just adding ribbon or picks and florals and really accenting it. So I'll show you guys here in a second. I believe it's on the How to Make Wreaths blog, but I'll show you guys that arrangement that I made. doing the same thing. Okay, so just tying my ribbon up. Let me get it, you guys, because I know it's right here. So this arrangement right here, you guys, it is on the How to Make Wreaths blog, but all it was a $10 arrangement from Walmart. Yes, $10 arrangement from Walmart. It already had the greenery. All I did was I added the leaves, the ribbon, and the red berries, and the maidenhair fern, and a few other picks in here. But look how pretty that is, you guys. So it went from drab to fab, right? So you can do that with pre-made stuff, you guys. Pre-made items are probably going to be one of your best friends, especially if you have a craft show a little late into the season and you're kind of like, ooh, like I don't know what I want to make. That's what you can make. The plaid ribbon did come from DecoExchange, but I think I got it last year, and I don't know if we have any right now. Okay, so I'm going to just trim that up. Trim that up. And that's on the How to Make Wreaths blog, you guys. I know it's been posted already. Okay, so we're going to glue that into my angel vine base. Hold on. Oreo. She thinks it's bath time, you guys. Okay, so we're just gluing those in. I'm going to kind of hold them down to make sure that they stay. Now, you can, if you want to, even though I glued that in, I can actually go back in and probably wire it in as well. So, just coming along here, because that is that angel vine stuff. And the good thing about this one, you guys, I didn't talk about it, but it has some little legs on it too. Okay, put that. So even though we glued it, we still went back in and wired it in, just to give that little bit of security, you guys, that extra little bit. Okay, so we'll come on in again on this one. And like I said, sometimes if you find these after the season, that's going to be really great, especially because I've not been able to find, in all my years of shopping, you guys, because y'all know I love to shop, I've never been able to find these with that angel vine just by themselves, so you can just do it yourself. I've never been able to find that base in there, so you can obviously take out all of the Christmas stuff and make a spring one or summer one or whatever, like an everyday one as well. So just keep that in mind as well, you guys, because it's just like a grapevine base. That's honestly what sometimes I feel like that angel vine is just like a grapevine. Okay, so here we go. Just dovetailing my ribbons, and I'm moving them around. So of course I love doing projects like this from beginning to end, where I'll put the garland and I'll accent it. But since this was already a pre-made, I'm like, I really like this pre-made, guys. Just throwing that over there. Okay. So I did not have much of this ribbon left. I only have this piece left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. And I've got my 2 pieces for it down on this side. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and fold that in half again. Fold it in half. Pinch it. And we're going to make my bow on this one using the green. Okay. Adding in my 2.5. And I definitely recommend you using a nice thick gauged wire for this, especially because if you're going to glue those pieces in like we've done. So we've glued them in and we've also gone back and wired them in, right? So you're going to want something thick that's going to be able to go through that angel vine. A pipe cleaner is not going to be able to do that, you guys. I know a lot of us love our pipe cleaners, but that is not going to be able to do that. Okay, so folding that piece in half. That one was about, what, 15 inches? Yeah, 15 inches worth of ribbon. Just folding that in half. Stacy, what are you doing? I see you, Stacy. I see you. Always watching. The morning is young, so we know Stacy's got lots of questions for today. Okay, so just making my bows. Okay, so just making that. We're gonna wire that all together. Okay, so there we go. Got that wired in. And now we're going to come in with our glue. And we're going to put some glue on that wire. Put some on the base of that ribbon as well. And glue that in. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all, I've told everyone this. Like, you know that little boy on Home Alone, not Home Alone, but Uncle Buck with the questions? We have our very own version of that. Her name is Stacy. Coach Stacy, y'all. Okay, so adding this in, making sure it gets some of that angel vine. So now that I've glued that, even though I've glued it in, you guys, I'm still coming back and adding that extra little bit of security, which is just wiring it back in. I know what y'all are probably thinking, well, couldn't you have just wired it in? You definitely can, but I wanted to make sure that those bows were nice and tight before I wired them in. Wait, was this the broken one? I feel like I need to cut some of these pine cones out. We're gonna add some more stuff in there anyways. Okay. The Santa heads came from Walmart. I'm going to tell you honestly, good luck finding them now because a lot of people have used that tutorial that I did in creative coaching on them. And I know they're sold out online with those Santa heads. Maybe that's something I should look for at like Market to see if they have anything that's not the Santa head, but just something that's going to be different. Okay, so twisting that in. Love these DecoExchange wire cutters, you guys. Wait, is that Carol Ann from San Antonio? I think that is. I was going to tell you, did you check the one on Days of Allah, but I bought all the ones there. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so there we go. We've added our ribbon. You can definitely stop here if you wanted to. You don't have to, like me, typical Jordan. You know, we're going to add a little bit more fluff to it. But there we go. We've added in our ribbon. Y'all, just already really, really pretty. Look at that. Okay, so next I'm going to bring in some of the black and white. And we're going to cut this up into some smaller picks. Okay. So taking that one stem, you guys, and cutting it up into some smaller stems, some smaller picks and pieces that are going to be able to be just glued into there. Look how pretty that is. Love, love, love this stem, you guys. This is one of my favorites. And I know as fast as we got it in, it was gone. It was gone. Probably not, Kathleen, only because I'm not adding any black and white into the decor. Well, that might be a lie. I might add a little bit of black and white. But, okay, so we've taken this one, we've cut it up apart. I am going to use 2 of these, so one thing I'm going to remember is this stem is going to come into the end right here because we're going to put these 4 pieces on this side, and then we're going to cut another one, and we're going to put those 4 pieces on the other side. Okay, so we're just gonna glue this in to my base. And that's what's nice about this, is that it's that pre-made, it's got that garland. It's like angel vine. I think that's what it's called. Angel vine or something, y'all. Something like that. And we're adding these and we're just gluing them in. So, I want to point out something to you guys. Do you notice where I put my stems? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we have to do this exact same thing onto the other side. So there's that one, that one, that one, and this one. So let me find the one that's okay. So this is the one that I put up here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're going to add in our second round of these. Okay. I'm going to keep that in mind of the pattern that I did. So it looks like I did this one next. So this is a pre-made centerpiece, you guys, and we're just adding our own touch to it by adding in all the florals and the picks and the stems. So this one's got to go here. Okay, so adding this one in. And then we've got this one. So glue in that. There we go. So we added in the black and white. And now we're going to come on in with this. I might need that here in a second. I'm not sure because I might need something here in the middle. But I am loving this stem. This is kind of like a bay leaf, you guys. A bay leaf and a honey locust. But let me see this. Oh, yes. Let me use my muscles, you guys. So this is kind of like that fern from Hobby Lobby. You can pull it apart. Not all the time, but sometimes you can, just like the way I did this one. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to pull another one apart. So we're going to add in some more red. I've already got 6 pieces right here. Let me see this. Sometimes, y'all, sometimes it gets... Not all the stems are created equal. Some of them are really tight in there. my gracious day, you guys. I'm trying to cut the clamp that it has on it. Nope, I did not cut it. I don't want to cut my finger either. There we go. So some of this stuff is clamped with one of those rings. Okay. So perfect. Go. So just cutting that up into some smaller pieces. And I'm going to glue this in there. And what I love about these, you guys, is I know we kind of struggled there a little bit. But if you can get through that, cutting them apart, separating them like that, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier, you guys, to add them in. You want to know why? Because the wires are extremely thin on those. So they're going to be able to fit in between into that angel vine really, really easily. Okay, so we've got 4 sections. We're going to put this into our first one. We're going to put one right in the middle. So I want you to kind of think about the 3s. Okay. I kind of went through, so let me just trim that up on the bottom. There we go. Okay, so we got 1, 2, and 3. Because I know we have 12. We're going to do the same thing over and over again. Every spot that has the bow, that's where we're adding this in, you guys. I don't know if I told you guys that. But where there's a bow, that's where we're adding it in. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then 3, right? So, come in. Oops. There we go. Okay. So we are just gluing this in, you guys, and we're making sure that we're getting that angel vine as well, that angel vine, grapevine stuff, whatever you want to call it. We're making sure that we're getting that when we're gluing this in. And that's why I like using these pieces with the thinner wires, because it's going to be a little bit easier to go through. From Central Florida. Oh, Central Florida, like where? Central Florida. Isn't that like Orlando? Is Orlando in Central Florida? Is Orlando Central Florida? I feel like it is. Okay, so adding those pieces in. Now we've got our last ones. So adding my glue. Coming in between my bows. That's what I thought. I was like, I feel like Orlando is Central Florida. I'll be in Orlando next month. Super excited. Less than a month. Less than a month, you guys. Y'all know I gotta go see the mouse every once in a while. Kathy Perry, what are you doing? Okay, so then coming on in. And y'all look at that. Look how we've taken that boring, basic cookie cutter design and we've made it our own. We've added in our ribbon, we've added in some picks and sprays, and we haven't used a lot, you guys. And that's what I love about so I chose one pick that was a little bit more expensive, you guys, than this one. I paid like $5 for a bundle of 4 of these, so they're about $1.25 a stem. And then these were $5. So I'm gonna tell you, I've added an extra $10 just in these 2 stems. But then I paid 99 cents for these, you guys. 99 cents. Y'all know I love me a steal of a deal. That is a steal of a deal. You can't go wrong with it. And you can cut that up into 2 pieces, right? And we're gonna add this in to add a little bit more green. Okay, so I'm going to add this green every, like where I have my, let me cut them up first, you guys. So these are really, really great. These are a fern. Absolutely love. These were new this year, I know, from the suppliers. So I absolutely loved them. Loved all the colors, naturally. The fern, also the glitter fern pick that I helped design, is another one that's a really good one to use. But let me just cut up a few of these. And then that way they're ready to go. Okay. Oops, did not cut that all the way through. I don't know if I would like living in Orlando. I don't know if I would like living there, but I do like visiting. I mean, obviously I go to Disney World, so I do love visiting Orlando. Visiting and living are 2 very different things. Whenever I go out of town, I'm like, I don't know if I'd like it here. But I will tell you, the one city I could see myself living in is San Antonio. San Antonio, Texas. Love that city. It's one of my favorite cities. So I've cut these up. Always want to make sure you give them some life, right? You want to make sure that they have all the zhuzh that you need. You want to make sure that they're not looking the way they that way they're not looking all flat, so you add a little bit of life to them. And we're going to start these on the end, okay? And these have a little bit longer of a pole, wire. Not pole. Guys, I'm thinking about something else. Gracious day. I just pile those right in the center of that, you guys. They have a little bit longer stem. There we go. Stem, not pole, not wire, you guys. Stem. A little bit longer stem. We're going to glue those in to that. Into that, you guys. Look how pretty that's adding. Just adding that green. I'm loving this green. Okay. So, just coming on in and we're adding in this fern. Okay. So, just coming on in, we're adding it. There's somebody outside yelling outside the window. I heard them say don't act stupid, so I don't know if it's the postman or the UPS guy talking on his phone. Never fails. Every time they come and deliver, they're always on the phone. Okay, so adding in the green. Okay, so making sure we're gluing that into our base. And now I've got Looks like it's got 4 more pieces. And we're going to put those on the other side. So that was one side. Bring this together. And we're going to just glue these in, you guys. So gluing that in. Okay, so adding in the green, which is giving that extra pop, you guys. And I'm loving that fern. I love how it's kind of just wispy all throughout. So we added in, what is this? How many did I use of this one? Did I use all 6 of them? No, I used 5 so far. I might pull in the 6th one. Okay, so pulling in an extra one, you guys, because I do want some right in the middle. You notice there's a little bit of a nakedness right there. So it's on the outside of edges, but it's not in the middle. So I do have one more, and we are going to find a way to cut that up into some 4 pieces. 2, 3, 4. So these are the pieces that have 2. So I want those here, and then we'll add this one in here. A little globby with the hot glue. There's another piece right there. Okay, and we're gonna globby that. That one might not go in there, but it is going to the ribbon. It is stuck to the ribbon. Now this one did go into the grapevine material. Works better if you have some needle nose pliers, but I just have my wire cutters. And voila, we're done, you guys. So we took that really pretty pre-made arrangement. I did pay $30 for it, you guys. And we've added about another $20 worth of product, $25. So you could very easily triple the price of this. But if you're not, if you're not selling it, of course you can always do this on your own, you guys. If you find something like this and you want something for your table, you can definitely zhuzh up your own way, right? But it was just a candle holder, you guys, and it did have the pre-made angel vine stuff on it. I'm gonna come through, kind of clear up those stems. So this already had that on there, and then we came through and we added in our ribbon, which we made 4 bows around. So we put 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't put any ribbon on the ends, you guys. I did not put any ribbon on the ends, so I just put the 4 bows. And then we came in with our black and white and red holly leaves, which I absolutely love, you guys. If you guys can get some, if you love the black and white with the red, definitely you can use these for Christmas. You can also use them for Valentine's Day because there's no green on them, and that's what I loved about them. I bought some other holly leaves and they have green on them, so it kind of just, it stays with, you can only use it during Christmas. But these I'm definitely going to use for Valentine's Day. So we brought that in. We brought in 2 stems of that, cut it up, glued it in, and then we brought in 2 stems of the this really pretty fern, you guys. I don't know what this one's called. It's not a bay leaf, but you can use this, a bay leaf, or a honey locust. It doesn't matter, whichever one you want to use. You can use that in this. And then we brought in, so that was only 2 stems of that, and then we brought in 6 stems of this fern, and we did cut it up into some smaller pieces, and we glued them all throughout. But y'all, look how pretty this looks. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And definitely, I'm going to tell you, don't skimp on those pre-mades, you guys. I know you might see them in the store and you're like, that doesn't look very pretty. But remember, a lot of pre-mades come straight out of the box, you guys, and onto the shelf. They don't sit there and fluff them. They don't show it at its full potential, especially places like Home Goods or TJ Maxx or things like that. They're not going to sit there and fluff it, because I think their main thing is just putting it out on the shelf so it can sell, because they probably have tons more in the back. Every Home Goods and Marshalls that I talked to last weekend, they're like, we have so much more stuff in the back that we really need to push. So they're not fluffing stuff out, but I think this is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I would be very happy with that on my dining room table, or even a coffee table, or a in front of on a shelf in front of a TV with the candles. So always just remember, you guys, the candle part too is going to be one of those things. If you can find battery operated candles on the cheap, I've done that to where I've included the candles with the purchase. But it depends if I find them cheap, you guys. And that's usually, I buy them after the holidays, so they're super duper cheap. But y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hallway entrance table. Oh, definitely. A buffet. You can even put this on a buffet and have, I love doing stuff like that. Doing something like this and then putting like some cake plates so you have your sweets around it. But yeah. Okay. But y'all, like I said, that's all I got for y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back next week, my usual day. Oh no, next week is Thanksgiving, so we might change the day, you guys. We might change the day. I don't know, because I don't plan on being live on Thanksgiving Day, but I'll see what day we can change it to. We can do maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. Okay, but y'all, for now, that's all I got for y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see y'all next time. Okay, bye y'all.